Hello and welcome back to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. I'm doing the voice like FTB Monster. Anyway, last we were here, we had two ships getting ready to leave Kerbal. This one I've already sent on its way out of the system. It will eventually leave the Kerbal Sphere of Influence. Duna Destiny. This one was our non-asparagus staging. There we go. Non-asparagus stage. Now we just need to find the Duna Destiny. Switch to that. Now this one is our asparagus stage one. It has a larger lander. The other one actually does have a lander. It's a smaller one. So they'll both have some form of science to do on the surface of Duna or Ike. Ike is the moon of Duna. Let's just see what we can do about getting this guy out of system as well. Just add the maneuver here. And blunk. Easy as that. Let's see the minimum escape. It's interesting. Must have had an encounter with the moon there. Or with something there. Looks like I'm going off on the same trajectory as a mysterious... get us to Duna. I guess that'll be fine. A few seconds later. That's about it. Tweak this around so it's nearby. The burn is in 3 minutes. In 2 minutes. Just have to get this to a point. Alright. Good enough. Well, if I spin it around this way, we'll be almost on the exact same trajectory. I don't know if they're optimal trajectories or not, but we'll find out. Alright, let's spin us around. Slowly. Alright, let's stick that there. And just speed up time a bit. We will get to that very shortly. And I have no idea how much of a burn this is. Gotta say it's going to be about 2-minute burn, so I'm going to start the burn around 1 minute. And... might as well start now. 1.5 minute burn, so I don't have to do it now. I could just wait a bit. Wait 30 seconds until we get to the other side, because you kind of want to straddle. You kind of want to straddle your burn times. Now I do have to keep an eye on these engines. Whoa, crap! You see that? Bye-bye, Destiny debris. Whew. That was really close to us. A little too close for my comfort. But we're burning, and we're about to lose a couple engines. There we go. Quick save. Just because. Because you never know. Alright, so we're moving our apoapsis out. We're going to be at a very close trajectory to the get us to Duna. So they'll be doing maneuvers before this ship does maneuvers, but we'll both be following roughly the same path. I should actually watch my burn. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Okay. Whoa. Drifting. And cut. That was cut a little too soon, and no engines, loss of control. Loss of engines. Let me get you back on track. And then we could throttle up and continue. Oh, no, we don't have to do anything now. We're escaping. Alright, so both these ships, I'm just going to switch back to the get us to Duna. Both these ships are making an escape vector, so we just have to get them out there. And just that requires speeding time along Nice little chase scene here going on. And all right. So we should now be out of Kerbin's sphere of influence and on our way to Duna. Now, critically, we're not exactly at the right spot to make an encounter with Duna. We'll have to figure out what a maneuver would look like for us. And if you see here, we're almost at our closest approach. We're almost at the other side of the orbit from Duna. Yeah, in almost... Whoops, I didn't want to do that. That changes our inclination and declination, which isn't too bad. I guess I could tweak it over here. Let's just get over there. And that's a ascending node. And it's like there's nothing. Almost don't want to do this because... whatever. Not a number. Not a number's fine. We'll have to do both these ships roughly around this area. And... at least I assume we have to do both these ships roughly around this area. Let's switch back to the Duna Destiny. And just see how far out its ascending node and descending node is. Oh, interesting. This guy flung itself out a bit farther. Oh no, wait. I still have an old maneuver up, don't I? There we go. Yeah. Set Duna as your target. Perfect! Don't have to change its ascending node at all. But we'll wait around for, get us to Duna to have those disks balanced. Like I said, they both need the, slight tweaks, but they'll both be going to Duna at about the same time. I wonder if we could switch ships while they're both throttled up. I don't know. Hopefully we can work it out where the Get Us to Duna burns first, and then the Duna Destiny burns, and everything will be hunky-dory, and they'll both make it to Duna, getting its lots of science. Neither of them will likely make it back. Well, we'll see. I do have two ships. We don't know how much fuel they're carrying with them right now, and how much fuel we need to get them back to Kerbin. And 5 days, 5 hours is a bit, or 12 hours. Each day is 6 hours. So if you watch this tick over, the time, 6 hours. Something to keep in mind. You can change these settings again. They change with like one of the last updates that you have a 6-hour day cycle. Not sure why they did that, but I think it's just because Kerbal spin is a little bit faster than the whole than Earth. Let's just get us on point here. The rotation of these is actually quite long if you don't have any thrusters right now. If I do turn on thrusters, they can very quickly become a problem. We don't know the burn. There we go. Speed up time from there. This should be a momentary burn. It's like a second or something like that. So we don't really have to wait too much time. We could also possibly miss it and be okay. Don't want to miss it by too much. But probably a day or so will be fine. Funny enough. And... oh, by 4 seconds. Probably fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, now. We moved 220 days, more or less. Let's figure out what we need to get to Duna. We might need an entire orbit that we need to play catch up on. Yeah, there's nothing in this orbit. If you right-click on this... oops. There you go. Looks like we do get a very close maneuver on the next orbit. So why don't we just let this swing around and then do that there. Now the reason I'm not doing, and I'm not trying to put the maneuver this orbit, is because you can't really adjust the maneuver node too great in the current orbit. Like, you can set it up, and you can click the +1 or -1 orbits, but you can't really set it up too great. You kind of really want to be in the orbit that you want to use in order to get the maneuver done. Alright, so we should be able to get that maneuver set up right now. Just extend this out to Duna's, Duna's orbit, and yeah, we get something very close. We just need to tweak it about, maybe. Until they get close enough. Oh, there we go. Right there. We'll get an encounter at 42 million meters. Here we even get an Ike encounter. Let's try for this. It's a 1 minute, 51 second burn in 140 days. Let's just F5 here, just in case. And while we're at it, we might as well see about setting up the maneuver. Ooh, Duna Destiny is actually in front of us. It's on a smaller orbit. Let's see what we need to do for you. If we can get an encounter here, faster. Oh, we'll see. So this encounter is actually in 76 days. It gets us to 41 kilometers away, or 15, depending on minor changes with the approach vector. Very minor. Can get you to closer, farther away from Duna. Alright, I think 15,000 is our best bet at this current approach. I'll get a swung around. Now this guy is in 75 days. To get us to Duna is in 120. So Duna Destiny will be heading off to Duna first. And this is actually rather low burn. I'm not entirely sure how much this will be, but I don't think it's going to be too terribly long. I'm going to quick save it when we're closer to our maneuver point, and be able to recover from that if we miss it entirely. Not that I think the window of opportunity is pretty large there. If I can ever find, there we go, the target. Now before I forget, let's do a little bit of science before heading to Duna. Don't think I have any slime capsules. Do I have any data in here? No. Can I do that? Can reserve the materials bay. I believe I get it reprocessed in the lab module. If we recover, it's 210. If we transmit, we get nothing. Well, that's gonna suck. Alright. That's interesting. And might as well get... I don't know who is. Where's the entrance to this capsule? There you are. Crew report. Nothing useful. Click on these science instruments, please. And we get 0.69 science from that. While high in space over the sun. I think we'll keep that for now. But we will get... who's in here? EVA. This guy. I will get you... Let go. Our CS pack. Don't fly away too far, alright? And I just want you to come up here. I think it's this module. And collect that data. And we will actually go to this module. Come on. And put you in there. And I shouldn't be able to board? No. But I can store the experiments in there. Now the reason is I don't want to store it in the lander module. And we do this? Will this work? No. Grab. And... well, let's see. I don't want to store any of the experiments in the lander module. Mostly because... the lander's probably not going to be coming back to the station, and so why risk it? So let's log gravity data. We can process that and transmit for more information. Log the temperature. Can't do the temperature scan. Log the size. No seismic data. No barometer data. And I don't think there's anything we can do with these right now. No. Alright. So, a couple things are being processed. We'll take care of those. And send them off shortly. And then we could grab them again, store them again, and if we do get something coming to Duna that will come back to Kerbin, we can send that off then. Alright, transmit that gravity scan. Lots of power. Done. Now, can I scrub? Yeah, let's clean those experiments. We had that one. That one. Well, that should do it for now. Alright. So this is indicating a 4-minute burn. And we'll start around 2 minutes here. Okay, it's a 2-minute burn. Although I'm sure my engines will drop off, so let's start at around 1:30. Let's throttle up there. We'll have to keep an eye on our engines and an eye on what our orbit actually does. We'll see when we need to drop off our engines and what our orbit accomplishes. I'm pretty sure our engines are going to drop off first before we get into an encounter with Duna. F5, just in case. F5's quick save, by the way. And we are going to lose these engines shortly. Much sooner than we're going to switch up our burn. So our burn is going to extend because we're going to lose a little bit of thrust. We still have one set of skipper engines left. Pretty sure that's all that fuel is going to burn off before we reach Duna, before we reach the encounter with Duna. So we'll see. We still have 30 seconds until our mark, but we should be doing okay. Okay, our mark's moving slightly away from us. I'm not sure why, but it tends to drift a little bit. And we're about to lose engines. There we go. Let's switch over to the map view. Not sure we've gotten an encounter yet. There we go. Cut it. And there we go. We have an encounter. Hopefully. Oof. We may or may not have an encounter. Let's just F5. And thrust a little bit more. 19, yeah, 18. There we go. Oh, cancel that. We just started going higher. We don't want that. There we go. We have an encounter with Duna. And let's switch back to get us to Duna. And of course we lose our estimated burn for this one. But we knew that. These engines are probably going to drop off. Just like the other ones. And just going to make sure I have an eye on where our maneuver is, and that our maneuver still indicates a Duna encounter, and it does. And that maneuver is in 52 days. We just have to flip over and get into position. I'm going to estimate another 2-minute burn. We do have more skipper engines, but that have probably less time to burn. So we'll see how that takes care of things. Alright. Oh. We're right about the time we should burn. And yeah, roughly 2 minutes. But we are going to lose these engines mid-burn. So we'll need to keep an eye on that. So flipping back and forth. This stage only type stuff doesn't actually give me much more information that I can use. But we'll get a good idea just switching back and forth between these two views. And being able to say goodbye to Kerbin and hello Duna. Alright, we're about to lose our engines here. And this will switch us from the skipper engines to the poodle engines, so we're fully poodle driven now. It's like a dog team, dragging your ship across the stars. And now we get to pay attention to what our Duna encounter will happen, what will happen to our Duna encounter, and try to keep on that node, I think, to keep to our target. And stick to it. Watch the orbit. Watch it. Ooh, did I just miss it? Let's kill this. Yeah. Think if I do this. $80,079, yeah. So I'm using my RCS to push us backwards a little bit. And we just missed our approach, just barely. So I'm going to use our RCS, which we have a lot of monopropellant on this ship. The other ship, not so much. I don't think I filled it up properly before leaving Kerbin. But here we go. I wonder what it takes to have an encounter with Duna. Is it 50,000 kilometers? Nope. Much closer. There we go. We have an encounter of 46,000 roughly. I'm going to try to get this as close as I can. Just using my monopropellant, my thrusters. Not sure whether that affects how much power I need to use to get into an orbit. But that'll do. So what we're looking for is when that Duna periapsis switches between dropping and rising. I'm expecting around 18,000, but we're not seeing much of a slowdown yet. Hopefully we won't actually end up in an orbit that collides us with Duna. We might hit Ike. 7 million kilometers, 6.5. Being a little bit more cautious here. 3. Oh, hello. 3, 2, 1. 1.8. 3. We're under 1 million kilometers. Holy crap. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Okay, we're going to pass by Duna at 80,000 meters in 392 days. All right. Let's switch back to the Duna Destiny. Your encounter with Duna is going to be much sooner. Much sooner. You're going to be there in 206 days. Let's get us towards Duna. And once we're in a Duna encounter, we'll be able to determine when we should start braking. Alright, almost in that encounter. Going to have to slow down soon as we cross the threshold between the two orbits, between the outer orbit and the encounter. Let's see what happens here. Let's cut that. Alright, so our periapsis is here. And we want to slow down around that little red dot. Whoa, boy. That's pretty fast. I'm just going to get us into the barest braking maneuver. Yeah, let's switch over. I'm going to flip over to that maneuver point. And that should allow us to do a test burn, which will update our estimate. Now, it's even lower than the amount of thrust that we need to get here, but you have to remember, we're only working off of poodle engines now. So it might be a minute burn, 2-minute burn, something like that. But we are going to have this wide eccentric orbit here. Looks like it's a polar orbit. So we'll take that as needed. Alright, let's just get ourselves into position. Alright. And SAS. Full thrust and a... Ah, crap. And kill that. Yeah, 2-minute burn. So I'm going to want to start this about a minute out. So this ship, the asparagus staging ship, did make it to Duna. How's our fuel situation? With lots of fuel. Possibly not enough to get back. Not 100% on that. We will see. And we're just gonna stick to that. We'll flip back and forth a couple times and try to get us into this large orbit here. Alright. We're approaching orbit, but I think we've run out of time for recording today. If you've liked the episode, please leave us a like. Leave us your comments and suggestions. This has been Mobius Rex for the Mobius Archives, playing Kerbal Space Program, which we release every Saturday. Minecraft Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Fallout 3 Sunday, and FTL on Thursday. Have a good day, and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.